an agreement with Iran that just calls for further talks on the uranium? Or
No.
the only option?
No, the
not
basics.
one?
No, I would for some of it, because it's a memorandum of understanding for SMEAD. One of the things that will happen is the strait will open immediately. But it's got to be perfect. I'm not going to do this. I didn't do this to get a crummy agreement. The worst agreement ever signed was by Barack Hussein Obama. What a horrible agreement that was. It was a setback for this country, for the whole world. The Middle East would have blown itself up. No, I would like to have the countries we were talking about with Saudi Arabia, UAE, Qatar, and the others. We'd like to have them immediately join and Steve Witkoff is working on that with Jared and some others, but would like to have them join the Abraham Accords. It'll be historic if they do it. And I think they owe that to us, to be honest. I think, because that really would be a tremendous sign. And I think those countries owe it to us. Steve, are you going to get them to sign?
We're definitely pushing it, Mr. President.
I'm not sure we should make the deal if they don't sign. You want to know the truth. If they don't sign to join the Abraham Accords, I don't know that we have countries in there already. UAE, great countries, bold countries. And it's turned out to be so good, so effective. And so we're, requesting strongly that they join. It'll be great. It'll be great for Saudi Arabia. It'll be great for Qatar and Kuwait, the whole group.
So the Iran deal might be contingent on more countries joining.
I don't know. I don't want to say that. I'm not going to give you, what's contingent, what's not. I can say that we can make a good deal right now, but maybe not a great deal. And if it's not a great deal, we're not making it. So because we can make a great deal with this guy right here, and but it's it's a lot nastier. Probably wouldn't go as quickly. We wouldn't be talking about as quickly, but it would be foolproof. But I think we're doing very well, Steve. I think we're doing pretty well in terms of the negotiation, but we'll see. If it's not going to be a real deal, because Obama had that horrible JCPOA, whatever it was the worst deal. It was a path for Iran to have a nuclear weapon very quickly. Years ago, they would have had a nuclear weapon. We might not be here talking about it right now. They would have had a nuclear weapon. And frankly, Obama picked the wrong country. He should have picked another country. I won't tell you what it was. But he picked the wrong country when he picked Iran. But we have things understood now with Iran. It's been nasty. They've lost their leaders. They've lost. And it really is regime change. We didn't set out for regime change. But by the fact that we're dealing with a totally different group of people than we were at the beginning. And frankly, I find them to be much more reasonable. I actually find them to be smarter. But I find them to be much more reasonable. This is regime change. One regime is gone, another regime is gone, we're dealing with the third. Pieces of it, because some of them are gone too. And I find them, I think, how can you have a stronger regime change than that, So I do find that. I'd like to thank you all very much. We're doing great. Our country is doing fantastically well, and this group of people is outstanding. Thank you all very much.
Amerika Serikat menyerang kapal Iran dan beberapa lokasi peluncuran rudal di Iran. Pasca serangan AS ke Iran, sistem pertahanan udara Iran di wilayah Provinsi Qom sedang dalam status siaga tinggi.
Pasukan Amerika Serikat menyerang Iran. Kali ini target AS menyerang kapal Iran dan beberapa lokasi peluncuran rudal di Iran. Sejumlah media asing melaporkan pasukan AS menyerang beberapa lokasi di Iran Selatan. Juru bicara militer AS mengklaim serangan ini sebagai pembelaan diri. Target salah satunya adalah Bandar Abbas, lokasi kapal-kapal Iran yang mencoba memasang ranjau. Bandar Abbas berada di Iran Selatan, dekat dengan Selat Hormuz. Pasca serangan AS ke Iran, sistem pertahanan udara Iran di wilayah Provinsi Qom sedang dalam status siaga tinggi. Pengerahan sistem pertahanan udara jarak jauh untuk melindungi fasilitas nuklir strategis Fordow di daerah tersebut diaktifkan.
Pemirsa, Iran menangkap seorang pekerja pabrik yang diduga menjadi mata-mata Israel. Ia diduga membocorkan lokasi fasilitas militer Iran kepada pihak terkait Israel.
Otoritas Iran menangkap seorang pria bernama Mojtaba Kian, bekerja di sebuah pabrik dekat Karaj. Pabrik tersebut memproduksi komponen peluncur rudal milik Garda Revolusi Iran atau IRGC. Kian diduga mengirim 7 pesan kepada kelompok monarkis yang disebut memiliki hubungan dengan Israel. Dalam pesan-pesan tersebut, ia diduga membocorkan lokasi fasilitas militer Iran. Ia juga meminta koordinatnya untuk diteruskan kepada Bibi, atau julukan yang kerap merujuk pada Perdana Menteri Israel Benjamin Netanyahu. Iran menyebut fasilitas tersebut kemudian dibombardir sekitar 3 hari setelah informasi dikirimkan. Atas dugaan kerjasama dengan Israel, Kian kini diancam dengan hukuman mati. Ia juga harus menghadapi hukuman penyitaan aset sesuai dengan hukum Iran. Tim Liputan iNews melaporkan.
Pemirsa, Presiden Amerika Serikat mengancam akan menghancurkan uranium milik Iran jika tak segera diserahkan. Di sisi lain, pemimpin tertinggi Iran menolak mengirimkan uranium ke luar negeri karena akan membuat Iran lebih rentan terhadap serangan AS Israel.
Salah satu syarat utama dari AS menuntut Iran agar seluruh stok uranium diserahkan atau dipindahkan ke luar wilayah negara tersebut. Presiden Amerika Serikat bahkan menegaskan bahwa pasokan uranium diperkaya tinggi milik Iran akan segera diserahkan kepada AS atau dihancurkan. Disampaikan Donald Trump dalam Social Truth pada Senin waktu setempat, uranium yang diperkaya atau debu nuklir akan segera diserahkan kepada Amerika Serikat untuk dibawa pulang dan dihancurkan. Presiden AS juga menambahkan uranium itu bisa dihancurkan di tempat atau di lokasi lainnya yang dapat diterima. Sementara itu, pemimpin tertinggi Iran Mojtaba Khamenei menolak mengirimkan uranium ke luar negeri karena akan membuat Iran lebih rentan terhadap serangan AS Israel di masa depan. Mojtaba Khamenei menginstruksikan uranium Iran yang telah diperkaya tak boleh dikirim ke luar negeri. Kepemilikan uranium yang diperkaya oleh Iran dan pembukaan kembali Selat Hormuz menjadi poin pembahasan yang alot dalam perundingan antara AS dan Iran yang dimediasi oleh Pakistan.
Delegasi tingkat tinggi Iran dipimpin juru bicara parlemen Muhammad Bagher Ghalibaf, Menteri Luar Negeri Iran Abbas Araghchi, serta Direktur Bank Sentral Iran Abdol Nasser Hemati tiba di Doha, Qatar. Delegasi Iran dikabarkan akan membahas pencairan aset Iran yang dibekukan. Dikutip dari kantor berita Iran Fars, Washington setuju untuk melepas sebagian aset Iran di luar negeri yang dibekukan karena sanksi internasional. Usai dari Doha, delegasi Iran dikabarkan akan bertemu PBB. Israel membombardir kota Tire, Lebanon Selatan. Serangan besar-besaran ini menghancurkan kawasan permukiman, infrastruktur, serta rumah sakit.
Kota Tire di Lebanon Selatan dibuat hancur lebur oleh serangan udara Israel. Media internasional dan juga lembaga hak asasi manusia melaporkan serangan Israel ini menghancurkan rumah-rumah penduduk, jalan, jaringan listrik, hingga rumah sakit. Laporan media Lebanon juga mengatakan serangan Israel menghantam kawasan Tirus termasuk di persimpangan Marakah dan sebuah bangunan di Al-Masaken Al-Sabiyah. Gelombang serangan ke kota Tire mengalami peningkatan selama sepekan ini. Israel menyatakan serangannya ini menargetkan infrastruktur serta militer Hizbullah di Lebanon Selatan. Hal ini terjadi setelah Perdana Menteri Israel Benjamin Netanyahu memerintahkan pasukan pertahanan Israel IDF untuk meningkatkan serangan dan kekuatan terhadap Hizbullah meski gencatan senjata yang dimediasi AS masih berlangsung. Pemerintah Lebanon lewat Kementerian Kesehatan mengatakan sebanyak 3.185 orang tewas dan 9.633 terluka sejak serangan Israel Maret lalu.